160 then for the Mumbai Indians to get. That's the number that will decide whether the Delhi Capitals or the Royal Challengers Bangalore make that final place in the playoffs their own. We look back at an innings which certainly saw the best of Jasprit Bumrah and saw Delhi work hard to get to 159. Piyush, Chawla and Vettori will make sense of it all on Maruti Suzuki presents ESPN Cricket for T20 Time Out, powered by IQ 95G. Let me go to you, Piyush. First up, 159. What sort of score is that?
Well, the way they lost wickets up front, so I think they managed to get a decent enough score, and a special mention to Raunak and the kind of inning Rishabh also played, totally against his character. But 159, looking at the wicket, looks a decent enough score.
Let me get your thoughts on that. You think it's still something?
I think so, particularly from how much we saw Markandi spin the ball. I think that indicated that the wicket wasn't a usual Wankhede wicket in terms of thinking around that 180 mark, and the fact that his leg spinner was spinning so much. We associate a lot of spinners now with the ability to bowl their wrong in and the straighter one, but his leg spinner was spinning a lot. So Axar and Kuldeep become very important for Delhi.
And you see spin playing a big part going into the second innings too?
Absolutely. I think the use of those two, whether Axar early in the power play and then matching up Kuldeep against some of their key batsmen, Tim David, and his ability to spin the ball and be aggressive while he spins it, I think is going to be key to Delhi having any chance.
Interestingly, though, it was just the one wicket that fell to spin. Most of the damage done at the top by Jasprit Bumrah. Piyush, that's the best of Bumrah we've seen this season. I mean, we have seen him get a fifer against KKR, but there seemed to be a different fire about Bumrah tonight.
Well, the way he bowled today was absolutely brilliant to watch, and that is Bumrah. That's what he's looking for, and the way he was executing his plans, hitting those hard lengths, those missile-like talkers was going in. It was brilliant to watch him.
Yeah, I mean, that ball to Prithvi Shaw was something.
Yeah, I mean, the bounce that follows you is every batsman's nightmare, because he was getting out of the way of it, but it just kept tracking after him. So I think the back half of the season has just been absolutely exceptional from Bumrah. He's bowled fast. We know he goes to his variations, but his Yorker and his bouncer have been spot on, and I can't think of many times he's missed. The only time he really gets hit is sometimes with that length ball, sometimes with his slower ball, but Yorker and bouncer combo has been exceptional.
Edged and caught it first slip, you tend to think, batters fall, but that's a good ball to get first up.
Great ball to get first up, particularly Marsh, who's in that form. The captaincy for Rohit to actually have himself there, and an exceptional catch as well. I think sort of the total package of a dismissal.
We didn't see David Warner fire. Take me through that wicket, Piyush. Is that a lucky wicket? Does that look like a plan almost? Caught at short third?
Well, you can't plan that, taking a wicket at short third man, because the kind of pace Daniel Sams generates, so getting that third man, and we have always seen him, getting that third man in, and that's a kind of shot which David Warner plays, but that is somewhere around when a bowler is bowling at 140, and generally the third man is back. But this time it was, in the 30 yard, and he was not that, because it went straight to the fielder. 4 feet here and there, it could have been a 4. So that was like a lucky dismissal for the bowler.
All right, fair enough. Let's talk about that partnership between Rishabh Pant and Rovman Powell. Let's start with Powell. Piyush Chawla mentioning him in his opening comments too. That's a good innings, pressure innings from Powell. Just felt like he'd bat another couple of overs, would have been the perfect rescue innings.
Yeah, I think those innings you want to capitalise at the end when you know you can throw the bat at it, particularly if he was there to counter Bumrah and how well he was bowling. But I think Pant came out swinging and then sort of realised what the wicket was going to do, and so he had to track back. The spinners bowled, I think, pretty well to him, albeit that he was conservative compared to what we see as a normal Pant. So credit to him to understand the surface of the wicket, and also the fact that Rovman Powell was playing a bit better, allowed to be a bit more aggressive, and took on the off spin of Rithik.
Yeah. Well, how do you analyse the Pant innings, Piyush? It clearly was evident that he was playing a different gear. Would you have liked to see him play any differently?
No, it was the situation, because the situation was such that it demanded play like that. When you lose so many wickets up front, so you want somebody to stay there till and build that inning, build that partnership, and he did that Yeah, correct. With the way he got out, he must be disappointed himself because I was the time to cash in. And if Pant and Powell's, one of them would have been there till the last over, the score would have been another 15 runs extra.
Both dismissals seemed, well, I think batters would be disappointed, but Bumrah did get the Yorker right. But what was Powell trying to do at his wicket?
Sweep Bumrah, maybe a new thing. I think he's trying to guess what Bumrah was going to bowl, and he probably guessed right. He probably thought he was going to be a Yorker, and he just wanted to scoop it up. But it looked an unnatural shot, particularly for Powell, who stands so tall and has so much power. And we saw him hit pull Bumrah for 6 in the previous over. So a little bit odd from him, thinking that he needed to be there for that last over, particularly if, as we found out, Ramandeep was going to bowl it. You'd think Powell matched up against him. That would have been crucial.
One criticism of Powell, Piyush, has been whether he's got the ability to play spin well in India. Played spin reasonably well today. He took down Hrithik Shokeen quite well in that last over.
Well, batted brilliantly, and he just played the situation. And if you talk about like even when Markanday was bowling, and he knows that he can't pick him up that well from the hand, so he just like knocking around for 1 and 2. And if it was not in his area, he was just happy to defend it because he is somebody who can really cover it up later on, and that's what he has done. To play well with the seamers, and he played brilliantly today. And of credit goes to him to take that score to 159.
All right, let's just look ahead to the chase now. Type of bowling that would be effective. Delhi have to get, really everyone has to have a good day if they are to defend this, you think?
I think all bowling will be effective. I think we obviously mentioned the 2 spinners, but I think the seamers with their ability to take the pace off and hit the deck hard, I think that will still prove difficult for the Mumbai batsmen. It's obviously going to be about how they perform against the 2 openers and then that middle order, particularly Tim David. So those are going to be the crucial wickets. If Delhi can somehow manage to pry those 3 batsmen out relatively cheaply, then they'll think they have a chance.
They've gone a bit of a lottery in the power play, 1 over to everybody. Often Shardul get 1, Nokia get 1, Khalil get 1. When does spin come into the game for you with that sort of bowling lineup?
I think Axtar can come in pretty early, particularly to Rohit. I think it's worthwhile seeing if the new ball will turn. We saw Hrithik bowl pretty well the second over to David Warner. So I think there's enough there to indicate that they won't want Rohit and Ishan Kishan set when the spinners come on.
Yeah, what's Delhi's halftime talk at this point now, Piyush? Are they going to use their bowlers any differently looking at the score they've got? It's not a big one, but would you like to see spin introduced early?
Yeah, definitely. Because what Nishan, they like they like the ball coming onto the. So they would like to have at least 1 or 2 overs, depending on how first of the spinners. They might get 2 overs squeezed in, and if they get wicket up front with the seamers, so they might continue with the faster bowlers only.
All right, prediction time. Mumbai to chase this.
I just say good game. Good game about to unfold.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. Is there something you'd like to see differently from Mumbai Indians this time? They sent Sam's at 3 in the last one. David's been given this job of batting really deep. Would you want to just tweak that last game of the season?
Well, I suppose they've got Brevis there now, so they probably don't have to overthink it. And then the timing of Tim David's entry into the game will be crucial. I hope it's as early as possible, but it feels like they'll leave him until the back end again.
Piyush, Mumbai was your call pre-match. That's looking pretty good right now. Would you stick by it?
Well, the wicket is a bit tricky, but I'll still stick with the Mumbai Indians.
Okay, RCB fans would take a lot of pleasure in Piyush Chawla sticking to his prediction. So thank you to Piyush and to Dan. Pick up their comments at the end of the game. Join us then on Maruti Suzuki presents ESPN Cricket for T20 Timeout, powered by iQOO 95G.